Hey everybody, it's Ron from Pick Dawgz. This is Ron's Rundown. We're going to go over the MLB games scheduled for Thursday, August 1st, 2024. Now if you like what you see, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to put your baseball picks in the comment section below. And if you're looking for my best bets, you can find those at the premium picks tab at pickdawgz.com. There's also a link in the description. Alrighty, here we go. Here are the games for Thursday in Major League Baseball. First up, we see the Baltimore Orioles taking on the Cleveland Guardians. Dean Kramer and Ben Lively are your starters. Now, I haven't backed Ben Lively too often this year, but I actually think this is a pretty good spot for him and the Guardians. At home, Dean Kramer's been better on the road this season, but overall, he's got a 4.2 ERA, but an expected ERA in the fives. And, when you look at Ben Lively, he pitched really well in that last game against the Phillies. I don't love the fact that he gives up a lot of sharp contact. He's susceptible to home run ball, and I could see a guy like Gunnar Henderson hitting a home run in this game, but other than that, he's been pretty sharp. I think the Guardians still have a very, very good bullpen, better bullpen in this series. And I like their matchup against Kramer. So I'm going to roll with the Guardians in this one. They're playing pretty good baseball. I'm going Cleveland on the money line. Next up, we see the Kansas City Royals taking on the Detroit Tigers. We're going to see Seth Lugo and Keider Montero as the projected starters. Seth Lugo didn't have his best start in that last game against the Cubs, but I still going to roll with the Royals in this game. Keider Montero also did not pitch well in his previous start, and he's got an ERA at 6.38 on the season. He's given up 5 or more runs in his last 3 starts, 6 home runs to go with it in those 3 games combined. The last 2 were, last one was a blowout loss to the Twins. Previous one was a loss against the Blue Jays, who we know have not played well this year, offensively especially. So I think the Royals do enough here against Montero. I don't think it's going to be a perfect start for Lugo, but the thing is, usually the Royals are facing a team that has a better bullpen than them, but in this matchup, the Tigers' bullpen in the month of July has not been great, and the Royals made some pickups at the trade deadline to really help that bullpen. So I'm going to go with the Royals in this game on the money line. Next up, the Miami Marlins taking on the Atlanta Braves. We're going to see Charlie Morton for Atlanta, no official starter for the Fish. Now, I know the Marlins definitely made some moves at the deadline that were sellers, Tanner Scott being the most notable name in terms of pitching. Obviously, Jazz Chisholm to the Yankees was a big move as well. But when you're looking at this bullpen, it's still a Marlins bullpen that in the month of July made big-time improvements, ERA and expected number-wise. If this is a game where the Marlins are relying on that bullpen a little bit more, I'm not necessarily too worried about it in this game. And, Charlie Morton did not pitch well at all in that last start. The Braves have not necessarily been consistent offensively. They have a lot of strikeouts in the month of July, or they did in the month of July. And for me, I just think that the value is going to lie with the Marlins in this game. It's not my favorite game on the board right now. We'll see who the official starter is, but right now I'm going to roll the Marlins plus the 1.5 runs on the run line. Next up, we see an NL Central battle between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Chicago Cubs. Sonny Gray and Shota Imanaga are your starters. The Cubs, Shota Imanaga has been excellent recently. His last 4 starts, all of those were quality starts except one where he's just 1 out shy of a quality start against the Royals. The Cubs are 3-1 in his last 4 games, and he's faced some tough lineups. The Phillies, Orioles, Diamondbacks, and Royals, either winning teams or teams that hit lefties well, and he even pitched well in the All-Star game, had an inning of shutout ball with 1 strikeout, so he's in good form, and maybe not the best couple of starts at Wrigley Field in his last few home games, but I still think he's a good option here. The St. Louis Cardinals have not been great against lefties this year. They were solid in that National Series against some of their starters, but still in the month of July 20th in team OPS against lefties. You look at Sonny Gray on the other side for the Cardinals, not in good form, and he's not been great on the road this season. And he's given up 5 or more runs in 3 of his last 4 starts. I got to roll with the Cubs in this game, on the money line in this one at Wrigley Field. Next up, the final game for the Thursday card of Major League Baseball, the Colorado Rockies and the Los Angeles Angels. Feltner and Fulmer are your starters in this one. And Ryan Feltner, his 1-10 record on paper does not look great, but he's been a lot better on the road this year. 67 innings, a 4.16 ERA compared to above 6 at Coors Field. Much lower opponent's batting averages at 314 at Coors, 246 on the road. And for me, while he doesn't always get the run support from the Rockies offense, the Rockies are facing Carson Fulmer, who still doesn't have a ton of experience as a Major League starter. He's mostly been featured as a reliever this year for the Angels. And an Angels bullpen that may have made improvements ERA-wise in July, but still had the 4th worst xFIP in all the bullpens, and even worse xFIP than the Rockies bullpen in July. So I don't trust the Angels, especially at this price. I think that's the key here. We know the Rockies are not a great road team, but doesn't mean the Angels are a great team, just because of that. I still think at this kind of price, the value lies with the road team in Colorado. So give me the Rockies on the money line. That's it. Those are the games for Thursday in baseball. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Put those baseball picks in the comment section below. And again, if you're looking for my best bets, you can find those at Pick Dawgz Premium. As always, this is Romanelli. Good luck.